Fans, we're looking at 2021 models, Ibanez models year something. Now, the first one in the series that I'm looking at, that's actually under $1,000, clocking in at, according to Ibanez, $899 street price, and we're gonna bitch about that a little bit later. This is, of course, the number guitar. The RGA42HPQM-BIG, which stands for Blue Iceberg Gradation, which actually makes sense, but nobody can remember. So it is the RGA because it is beveled and has the RGA or RGD more even pointy horns. 42 HP, which has nothing to do with HP42. That's just a coincidence. It's the high performance. And then the QM stands for other letters. And then BIG for Blue Iceberg Gradation. It's the high performance series, which means we take a standard Ibanez off the shelf and throw in some goodies. The goodies do not include locking tuners. Boo! I'm sorry, a modern high performance guitar has to have locking tuners. It does include a matching headstock, which is very nice. And I love that it goes from the blue in the amazing quilted. This is, of course, a veneer. Quilted veneer. Really beautiful to natural, kind of. And then from natural back to blue. It is, for my taste, a gorgeous guitar. Now you can see that it's a veneer because the body shines through in the horns right there. Which I really think is a cool trim. Of course, that is because this is just a veneer and it's really thin. But I think it's kind of a cool look. It's got a roasted maple neck, but look at this. It's almost black in this camera. Yeah, this is roasted maple right there, but it seems almost stained. And I asked Ibanez, what's the deal with that? And they say, well, they're roasting these in huge batches, and sometimes that happens. And they actually said they looked at a whole bunch more after I commented on that, and yeah, they all have kind of really dark necks like that. So it's roasted, but it's weirdly roasted. And let's go to a camera to look at this. Right here you can see that it's a scarf joint. So right here, the headstock is not part of the neck. That's glued on right there. But of course stained, or no, I mean roasted, roasted in the same way. Look at the back of the guitar. It has the same gradation, which is very beautiful. This, of course, is a really nice area to play in the higher registers, even though I don't understand what this helps, how this helps. The body is Nayeto, which is a form of mahogany, which you can see on the pores. Let's see if you can see how many pieces of Nayeto. 1, 2. I'm going to call a minimum of, 1, 2, 3, at least 3 pieces. There's 1 right here, 2 right there, and then maybe 3. So it's a 3-piece body. Okay, yeah, that's how you save money. You use scrap wood, which is the only reason to use a 3-piece body. You don't have big enough pieces of wood. This is scrap. I don't want to pay loads of money for scrap, just saying. I get that on a 200 euro Harley Benton. I don't get it on a 900 euro guitar. You can find 2 pieces of Nayeto big enough to make the guitar, Ibanez. Come on! No locking tuners. These are standard, who knows what. Ibanez machine heads. So, something. We have Damasio Fusion Edge. That's where the high performance comes in. These are Damasios, the Fusion Edge, which you even find up into the prestige models over $2,000. We have Luminlay side dots on this Jatoba fretboard with 24 frets. We have a Wizard 3 neck. So Jatoba fretboard, kind of neat, looks cool. We have a plastic nut. And why not spend the extra cents, or maybe $1 or $2, I don't get that, for a Graphtec lubricated tusk nut. They are great, they're the standard. Ibanez uses them on models, but then not on this. I don't understand the different series of Ibanez. Now, this is a high performance series where we don't use that, but on this series, which is almost the same price, we use it, and I don't get it. Why? Why not just say Ibanez uses Tusk XL nuts, except for where they use bone? Period. That would make a lot of sense, right? No? No. Every series is different. They do, on this series, use this amazing truss rod cover, which is just really great. Because if you want to get to your truss rod, you fiddle this thing open. You're done. You adjust the truss rod, which in this case is an Allen wrench, which again is not the same throughout all the series of Ibanez guitars, which I also don't get. Come on, stick with one idea. And then you close it up, and there's no screws, there's no losing the screws, there's no being pissed off, there's no finding a tiny little screwdriver. This should be on every Ibanez guitar because it's brilliant. However, on the really expensive ones, on the Prestige series, they don't do that. On the AZ series, they don't have a cover at all, which is also a way to go. But why not just use the brilliant thing that you came up with? I don't get it. Visually, I think it's a stunning guitar. If you're into quilted and all that stuff. Playability, fine. Really nice. I just noodled around while Leslie was on the phone. Totally great. Let's look. We have a fixed bridge, which is probably just says fixed bridge. F106. Now that tells us exactly nothing. Comes with 10 to 46. It's tuned in E. Comes in a cardboard box, nothing else with it. 1, 2, 3 position, so not the standard 5-position switch, which is kind of a bummer. That's where they save. And then you have an extra single core switch here. I'm going to illustrate the pickup positions with the amazing pickup generator tool that my buddy Jason McNamara programmed, which any of you content creators that see this and you want to do guitar videos with this in it, he can build this for any guitar, and he has built it for almost any guitar. You can purchase individual licenses or whatever. I don't know how that works from him. I'm beta testing for him, so thank you, Jason, for letting me do this. Jason McNamara's pickup generator plugin for Final Cut. Volume tone, humbuckers in the front through the Revv generator 740. It's a little bit thicker than the deluxe reverb, and I think for modern sounds it makes sense. Pushes the amp a little bit harder. Okay, and in the middle. On this guitar, and I've played these pickups before, on this guitar they're very bright, they're very open, they're almost reminiscent of the Aftermath or the Fluence that are played in the other guitars. Here, this is Aftermath, that's the RGD, some number and some letters in some color. Kind of reminiscent of that modern sound. You're looking for classic creamy humbucker sounds, they're not there. You're looking for classic-y Strat and Tele sounds, they're not there because it's not that kind of guitar. Very clear and almost active. And in the back. Weird, why doesn't A with a C in the bass work? Weird. It's a cool sound, but it's not a, vintagey sound. And then the single chord variants. Very bitey. You could do neat things with some reverb and some delay. I don't know, some song that I heard once. And then in the back here, you probably wouldn't play that. So the single chords, they're there, you can use them for certain parts. It's neat. If you're spending this much money on a guitar, you probably don't have 15 guitars around, so it's nice that you have some of those options. It's all of it's very direct and very sharp. I'm going to play some leads, and it's nice to have the definition, but you're not going to get the cream and the richness in tone. You're going to get the definition. So I will use some delay from the Mako D1. The left side of this shotgun thing, double barrel, and then some boost from the All You Can Boost. So you have the definition there. Super cream and roundness I wouldn't expect because it's got that bite. Well, let's go into the Achilles, why not? From the Argos from Achilles, which is a JTM kind of a classic amp. Probably not something you would use with this, but why don't we do it? It's very bitey. Okay, that bite of course is going to benefit us when we go into more modern high gain sound. So we're going to go into the Engl Fireball 25, which I have in super limited edition white on a white vertical cap. Nobody's got that. I've got that. That's something Engl did for me. And you can fuck off because it's mine. We're going to go right in the back there and see how she medals. And even moderner in a way is the Revv 100P, which is right behind me that some camera can probably see. I don't know, that one, can that camera see it? Revv 100P. On, of course, the purple channel. Huh! Ah! Tequila! Yes, that's where these pickups show all their definition and the string separation, kind of like the bare knuckles are known for, and of course the Fishman Fluence. So this is not your blues axe. This is a modern high performance. Do I want to say metal? But no, it is a high gain thing. On the cleans, there is a lot of sharp definition. On leads, you don't have creaminess, you have the sharp definition, which is a little bit detrimental to beauty, but amazing for that kind of shit. We're moving on to the Driftwood, which is over there, a super modern, similar to the Revv. high gain amp, built-in tube screamer, IR loader built in, and oh my god, how beautiful is it with that poplar burl front, which of course you can't see, but there's going to be a review for it so that you can see it in that. I don't know what I'm doing, wait. If I could play up there. It clocks in at $8.99. And I'm going to tell you what I think about that. Visually, hell yeah. Should have lock-in tuners. Any guitar in that price range should have lock-in tuners. Playability, there. Lumen lace, there. Does it come in a gig bag? No. Boo. These pickups are modern. Don't expect to play, I don't know, authentic classic songs on them. Don't go play Steppenwolf on that, or I don't know, Deep Purple or whatever, and expect it to be 100% authentic, because it is for the modern stuff. And they nail the modern stuff. Can it do leads? Absolutely. Will it be super creamy? I don't think so, because it has that edge, which is fine. That's what you buy in this. Not hypothetically, no. Realistically, price-wise, $900, no gig bag, no logging tuners. I'm gonna go with, yes, it's high performance, but please don't kill me, Ibanez, and you're paying for this video, Ibanez, but at $6.99, I would sing hymns about this thing. I would say, fuck yeah, that's what you do. But at $8.99, considering that I have a prestige guitar for $1,000, that's a tone monster. It's similarly amazingly built, Seymour Duncan's in it, all that stuff. So, and that came with a gig bag. So prestige for $1,000, of course it's a Les Paul. Okay, fine. Or a single cut. Fuck you, Gibson. That prestige was $1,000. Gig bag, Seymour Duncan's, Tony Monstery. That's $100 less. I can buy solar guitars for, I think, around that or less. And they are kind of the competition. Will Schecter give me more for $8.99? I don't know. Who else does stuff similar to this? Chapman, I literally haven't actually spent time with the Chapman, so I don't know. My gut feeling says $6.99, $7.99, full 100% thumbs up. $8.99, I'm going to give this 85% thumbs up. So thumbs up and then there's a little thumbs up. I think that in the market right now, this could be, compared to the competition, which again, I haven't spent loads of time with, just a tiny bit lower in price, a tiny bit. But if you want an Ibanez with these looks and modern sounds and matching headstock, see, if they just added the gig bag and the locking tuners, $8.99, 100% thumbs up. It's just all about features, and you have to see where the competition sits. Then again, you don't get an Ibanez from the competition. And from the competition, you don't have to spend half a week learning the name, which is, of course, the RGA42HPQM-BIG. And that's fun, and that's what you pay for. Thanks, Ibanez, for paying for this video. Thanks, Leslie, for switching this video. If you click on the links under this video, you can see the pricing at Sweetwater and Thomann. Whatever you buy after you click on the link counts towards my affiliate, which pays my bills. So thank you for doing that. And I'll see you on some flippity flop after the animals at the end.
And here the feeling comes again. Prepare my mind for battle within. I won't be taken or separated. I take the old and make me new. I search my heart and soul free.